Good morning, guys. I was influenced by Suzette's Gardens to get one of these Hoyas that she got the other day that was so beautiful, and I used the same seller, and I haven't done anything in here. I just opened up the box and took my shipping label off. I bought a Hoya retusa and a Hoya linearis. And I told the guy that I was in cold country, and he shipped it nicely in these foil wrapped, if I can find a way into it. Let me get my cutters. Can't. There. That might help. There, yeah. Alright. I hope they're as pretty as hers was. I see something sticking out the side. Well, thought I had it. Nope. Go the other direction here. The silver stuff's pretty nice. It's the same stuff they put in my floor. Oh boy. Wow. Well, it's wrapped up on around the top like hers was, and there's a couple little broken wings in there, but, you know, that stuff happens. Let's see what happens when we uncurl her. Oh, my goodness sakes. Wowza. Holy cow. I am... Woo! My hands are kind of numb, sorry. Kind of shocked. That is really surprising. And it does look a little bit dry, but I will get it watered and plumped up, and I'm not gonna mess with it right now. I want to get it right in some water and into my tub too, and give her a nice bath. And boy, that's pretty. That's really pretty, and it's really long. I'm guessing that's about almost 3 foot long. And, you know, holding it out and measuring by the yard like we do with our noses to our extended hands. And so let's see what the other one looks like. I'm just going to kind of set her back in the box here. And, wow, there's one over here. And now this one will be the... Oop! Wants to tip over there. The pots are pretty light, so they've taken some. They need some water quick, or that one does anyway. This one, I don't know. Well, that tape really sticks to this silvery stuff. That's a great way to package, though. It not only protects them from the that doesn't look good. Oh dear. Oh dear. This looks kind of like, I don't know, we'll see. Let me get it out of here and see. See, that looks kind of like it took a hit. I don't know what from, but we'll let me move this out of here as long as it's that far off. And I will unroll her. Whew. I don't know what, I don't know. Let me see if I can put you down a little bit closer so you can see. I don't know, is that showing up there? I don't know if it's just a couple dead vines in there, or if the way it was laying in the nursery. I'm not going to mess with it too much. It isn't, this one's wet, and so it's just the one that's dry. This one's quite wet, and I'm going to hose her off a little bit, and, you know, just to make sure that I don't see any bug problems, but yeah, there are some dead stems on her, but you know, overall the pot is The pot is pretty full in here in the top of the pot, and you know, Hoyas are Hoyas. They want to survive. They kind of remind me of philodendrons, although the care is a little different. Suzette did a full video on this one. This is when I fell in love with it, when I saw that on hers. It's got wonky, goofy, well, I don't know what you call them, the leaves, I guess. They got funny little ends on them. I don't know if that's focusing or not. It's right here. There's a little end right there. And anyway, I will get that in the tub and washed off and picked over, and I'll be back with a little update a little later on. I want to show you, I'm just going to try to undo you from here. You're on my tripod, and take you into the living room if I can get it going. Ah, I kept it going. Okay, let me turn it around if I can find out how to do that. Whoops. Well, where's the turnaround thingy? Well, okay. All right, trying again. I guess the turnaround thingy doesn't work when you're already in the middle of a video. I bought these goofy clothes racks, and they came on wheels, and I have this big problem in the wintertime opening and closing all the layers of curtains that I have to do. And these clothes racks actually go up about there on the window, about that far above that center bar of the window. But I took two of the sections out because I wanted it down lower. Visually, it bugged me to see all these different lines and layers and everything on the window. And I also wanted to be able to stabilize my moss poles. This is a burlap pole, or pole wrapped in burlap, but this one doesn't need stabilizing. The bottom of the pot is heavy enough. That's the micans, but these other two do. And I will be making taller moss poles for them eventually, but right now that's all they need, and it's kind of hard to stick a bigger moss pole. The plants themselves are only in 7-inch pots. They're sitting in those little dollar store trash cans, which eventually they will be planted into them. And then what I did was I had these old dresser drawers, and they were really shot. I mean, really shot. That's why they aren't back in the dresser that I kind of redid, that they came in. And I put new bottoms on them. And all I did was I drilled holes in the bottom of the drawer and just slid them down over the railing here. And the way I have my plants, I wouldn't be able to put as many plants in there without the drawer on there. Now, I know everybody can't just go pick up drawers, but you know, they aren't hard to make from scratch. I just had these, so I just used them. And here's the other one, and see those poles, and there's my tetrasperma coming back finally. Gosh, that poor thing. I don't know what happened this winter. All the leaves fell off. Just poof. They all just dropped, and I'm thinking maybe it got too cold at the window, and that was kind of another reason for these carts was I can easily pull the cart back away from the window at night when it's, you know, potentially going to be super cold. And I did kind of just gently secure these moss poles up to this top rail. There's a little knob here. Let's see, where is it? Right there. There's a little knob right there that is keeping them from sliding over the end. And like I said, eventually those plants will get bigger, taller, and I'll make taller moss poles. But for right now, that's what we've got. And in that one, I've got one big pot in the middle and 4 of the dollar store trash cans, the little wastebasket things. I forget now how big they are. I think they're 8 inches across one way, the long way, or 10 inches across the long way, and 7 inches across the, you know, here to there, and I think they're 9 inches tall. They hold a pretty big plant, so those plants that are growing there now, when they too are just in 6-inch pots set down in those trash cans. And when they do get big enough, I'll just transplant them into those trash cans, and then if they outgrow them, then we'll deal with that later. I don't know. These weren't very expensive. They're not really, really sturdy. But another thing is, another way to easily transport my plants to the bathtub for washing, my neem bath when I do that. And I did do just an add-on. I did do this a big trim job on my Siloam. It was going all over the place. It had a lot of burnt leaves from when I had to do all that thrips rigmarole. I really think that the systemic was kind of hard on them. And so I just cut them off. I see that one branch sticking out there down at right here. I didn't cut that low enough. I lost my head, I guess, in the middle of it. But anyway, I will get my new plants cleaned up and get back to you. We'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. Slight change of plan. After really close inspection, I found some goofy looking bugs. They kind of look like thrips, but I don't think they really are. I don't know, they're fat. And thrips are skinny little things. So I'll post or add a couple pictures of what I took with my microscope, computer microscope, digital microscope, I guess you call it. And until I find out for sure what those bugs are, I know Suzette said she just sprayed hers with dish soap and rinsed it a couple times, and due to the discovery of bugs, I went the whole Marianne, man. I went dish soap, neem, warm water solution, and really blasted them, and then poured it down in the soil, let them drain a little bit, and they're going to live in this tote for a while. And this is my extra little room. I use it as my, I call it my overflow studio, because I have a lot of extra mosaic stuff that I keep in here, and my glass cutting board is right there. And anyway, there's a couple pothos in here that I can move out, and so that these guys will be kept in isolation. I'm going to put the lid on the tote, and I will check on them a couple times a day, and I will be sure to air them out a little bit. But I don't want, if the neem didn't get the bugs, I don't want them getting into my other plants. So, and I already took the box and the packaging and everything outside. I don't really see damage, but you know how we are. We need to really closely inspect our plants. This is the Retusa, and there is some damage on that, but I don't know if that's shipping damage or if the way it was sitting in the guy's greenhouse or what. Because there's like life on the end, and this looks like it's the underside. So, I mean, what damage is kind of on the underside? So I don't know, and I'm not going to mess with it much until I am sure. I will probably leave them in here a week and bring them back out, spray them again, and like I said, I will open the lid a couple times a day to burp the box. And but after that thrips fiasco, man, I am not taking any chances at all. And I'm not saying this is a bad seller, and that might not even be any kind of bug that makes a difference. I don't know, but I am super paranoid about that kind of stuff. So I just don't want to go through that big thrips fiasco with some other bug that is obnoxious. So anyway, that's it. I will wrap this up, insert that photo, and get this out to you. And thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Bye now.